It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hey, Be It Babe, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy November 14th. Now we're midway through the month, just like that. You know, a few weeks ago, I told you about the 13th month, and I'm just telling you right now, the more I think about how, we used to run the calendar off of 28 days in the moon cycle. Doesn't it just make sense? Every FYF, I'm like, oh, look at that. Now it's halfway through. Yeah, kind of, right? So I'm just saying, the more I do this, I'm like, wait, especially this month, because we end on the Friday was the 7th of 14th. It's just like easy math. And I'm like, yeah, it should just end on the 28th and we start a new month. But anyways, we're, not on that calendar, and I would love to vote that in, but the whole world has to, I guess. So anyways, this is the episodes where we share some inspiration, share wins of yours, share one of mine, realize that we are doing a freaking great job. We're doing better than we thought, and a little affirmation to kick your weekend off. And if you haven't yet listened to the interview and recap this week, go do it. It's right below this. You can start with a recap first. Brad and I have a lot of time fun bantering. Then we answer a question of yours. Then we talk about what we liked. And if you are like, oh, that's interesting, I want to hear it from the horse's mouth, you can listen to the interview. And I highly recommend it because we have some really cool guests. Okay. So this came across my feed, and this is what I don't play instruments. I did play first chair, tenor sax. I had a retainer and braces when I learned. And then when I took them out, I couldn't play anymore. And so I just stopped playing. Isn't that funny? But at any rate, so I have been a musician. I have prepared music. I have had to memorize. And so I know the effort, but this is how the reel goes. And there's a link in the show notes. So you can go watch it. Okay. When they told you it's Mozart's piano concerto number 20 instead of number 23. So she had 1 minute of the orchestra playing before she had to step in and play the piano. Okay. And so here's the thing. The caption says, it's probably every musician's worst nightmare. Imagine you're sitting on stage ready to play your concerto, and the orchestra begins to perform a completely different piece. That's exactly what happened to the great Maria Joa Pires in 1999, when she stepped in to replace another pianist on short notice. In a formidable tour de force performance, Pires changed course and miraculously didn't miss a beat of Mozart's piano concerto number 20 and not 23, like she had been expecting. This stood out to me because as a recovering perfectionist and overachiever, I imagine how much time she probably prepped herself for the piece that she has to play. Because it's not like they have the music in front of you guys. They just play. They are supposed to just play like it's coming out of them. And there's no music in front of them. And, she had 1 minute to just feel her feelings and then step in and be it till she sees it. And it is just so beautiful, because imagine had she found out before the concert started, then she probably could have told herself a million different things and even freaked herself out in a different way. But because she didn't have that opportunity, she had to be it till she sees it as the other performance, and she didn't miss a beat. And it's worth watching just to go through the emotions with her and realize this is what you're watching someone step into their power and believe in themselves in such an awesome way. And ladies, we can do this, right? We can do these things. And I think we're oh my God, I prepared for my meeting to be on this day, and then something happens and the meeting doesn't happen that day. You're oh, but I'm ready for it. I'm frustrated. My love, you will be more authentic the moment it happens. You might be too prepared. You might so I would just say anytime an opportunity comes up, you're oh, I'm not ready for this. What if you were? What if you were ready? She was. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. I've watched it several times. I'm so into it. All right. Time for wins of yours. Get really fired up. Okay. These are from Instagram. Thanks for sending them in. You can send your wins in to beitpod.com/questions. And then you can send longer wins in because Instagram does like make them super short. So again, like the longer ones that I've read in the past, you can send those in to beitpod.com/questions. Plus any questions you want me to answer. Like it's a great way to get answers out of me. So Lynn Connolly 36 says, covered 6 back-to-back classes this week, 5 a.m. wake, and clients loved them. Holy freaking moly, Lynn, you are a badass getting up at 5 a.m. and then covering 6 back-to-back classes. Oh, you are phenomenal. I don't even know how you did it, but way to go. And of course the clients love them because you're authentically you and you're amazing. Way to go. HLI Pilates, great private session yesterday. Thank you. Body feels so much better. It is a win when our bodies feel better. I love that you're celebrating that, HLI. I just absolutely love it because it's so easy for us to focus on when our bodies don't feel good, and that you're celebrating your body feels better today is humongous. Way to be it till you see it. Julia Redout. I subbed a level 2 class in the studio where I take classes. They loved it and it made my day. Yeah, because those are your people. You know them. You know what they need. You know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. What a win. Guys, thank you for sending these in. I want more women to share things that they are doing because the dudes certainly do it. And I was raised like, don't brag, be humble, And you want to know something? It didn't get me anywhere. In fact, the more people knew what I was capable of, the more opportunities came to my place. Fun story. I have been teaching for a long time. There was the big conference that was going on. It was 2019, I think. It might have been 2018. 2018. It's fall of 2018. And I was doing a photo shoot at a big conference. And this woman who hires teachers for another conference saw me, and she had hired me for the next year's conference of her company does. And she'd hired me for some business coaching stuff that I'd applied for. And she saw me doing some exercises on the equipment. And she's like, oh, do you teach? Can you teach some classes? And of course I was like, fuck, of course I teach. What the fuck? But then I was like, oh, she doesn't know who I as a teacher. She's only seen my application for the business things. I'm not doing a good enough job making sure people know what I do and know what I'm good at. So we got to start bragging more, babes. And that's why we have to start making Fridays, at least Fridays, but if not every day, a day where you celebrate what you fucking slay, what you did. And if it was, I just actually did my full schedule and didn't cancel anything, that's a fucking win. In high school, there was a sign that said every class, every day. And I'm telling you, that wasn't always what happened in my life, but every time I did every class in a day, I was like, yes, I did it. I know that surprises you as a recovering perfectionist that I would cut classes, but I really thought high school was like beneath me and I just couldn't wait to get out. And I was like, I've got a 4.2. Like, this is not going to take it away from me. I probably could leave. So anyways, it was my rebellious stage. Okay. I got to share one of mine. Here we go. So here's what I'm super proud of. Last year, around this time, I was cramming to get everything done before we left for a winter tour. And I got sick. And we had to like look at everything that didn't get done yet and go, okay, which of these things can we not do? And for the first time ever, we missed YouTube releases. We did, because I could not possibly film YouTube and podcasts and classes for OPC. And so the podcast and classes at OPC won and YouTube lost. And from that moment, I had my team and I had to like look at the next year and change how we got things done so that I was well ahead of schedule, that by the middle of November, I would be done filming things, not just for the end of this year, but the beginning of next year, so that we are not scrambling in case I get sick in the fall, right? And so I'm proud to say that right now, the newsletters through beginning of next year are written. Classes are recorded. And podcast recaps are almost done, but we're not scrambling. I don't feel like I'm in a rush. And I'm really excited to go on tour, knowing that when I come back, like I'm just back in my regular schedule and not like scrambling. So my win is that a year ago, I had a vision. And that was the year before that was like similar vision, but we just keep getting better at it. And why can't I have a win on something that was already a win? Because I'm just getting better at it. And you reflect, you refine, and you continue. And that's how it goes. You're not ever going to do anything perfectly the first time. And thank God, because then you go, oh, I didn't like that part, actually. I'm glad I didn't do that. So I'm just saying, My win is I'm ahead. I'm on track. I did what I said I wanted to do. And I started this project a year ago. So slayed the year. What a win for the year, not just the week. Okay. But I like those small wins. I like the small wins. Okay. Your affirmation for the weekend. I practice gratitude for all that I have and all that is yet to come. I practice gratitude for all that I have and all that is yet to come. Do you have a gratitude practice? Do you know what the easiest thing is to do? Take a piece of paper and just write down, I'm grateful for the air around me. I'm grateful that I'm listening to this podcast right now. I'm grateful that I got up this morning. All of a sudden, you'll start having gratitude for other things. It's kind of fun. It's kind of unique. I know some people poo-poo a gratitude, but like my therapist said to me, gratitude and judgment can't live in the same space. And that changed everything for me. So whenever I feel judgy about myself, I just start listing off things I'm grateful for. Sometimes I'm grateful that my bed is made. I'm grateful I took a shower today. I'm grateful that last week I got my nails done when I had some time, right? Like those are wins. They give me gratitude as well. All right, babe, you know what to do. Until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the Epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.